Good day, Big Will. My name's Reggie Jackson. You don't know me. However, you do know of me. I'm the invisible person for the last 14 months, mostly trying to figure out what the heck was going on. In front of you is a structure of Jana Lewis's mind, or actually, it's the structure of a narcissist, what I call a narcissistic structure of mind. What we go through here in a second is how Jana uses this structure and how it pertains to both you, your Holly, and the network, as seen from Jana, and the situations that occur out of it. Then I'm going to ask you to do something to hopefully help Holly. So let me begin. All right. So you know about everything that's gone for the last 14 months. Last week, not the Saturday last, Holly, as she was speaking and doing her Holly's house, she asked when she was talking about her. She asked me to help her son. Problem is, I don't think she's willing to do what is necessary. Well, I know she can't because it'll make more sense. It'll be very difficult for her if she really wants to protect her son. So let me begin. In Freudian psychology, or in psychology in general, we know that there is the id, ego, and superego. In Jana, or narcissists in general, the id is scapegoated, builds up the ego to build the superego, and then the ego, superego split across these two. Now, this is in all of us, actually, this id, ego, superego, this dichotomy. In Jana, it is actually, she actually manipulates people's emotions using positive and negative uh, emotions, and it's actually very abusive and it's done on purpose. What happens? Say, I'm just going to go through. I can sit there. I'm going to over the next. This is just something to show you right now. I'll go in depth on that. I'm creating another system that I got to show this because it actually goes out much farther. But so I'm going to just give you a big overview, and I need you to show this to Holly. Because one of the things that Janet does is make sure that she controls all information, kind of like Fox News and the Republican Party. So you have a scapegoat, feminine. I don't know who the feminine scapegoat is, who she scapegoats feminine. I think that she scapegoats herself, actually, which is her true self, which is Jana, which is a little girl about 5 or 6 years old. The scapegoat masculine is she's trying to do that to me. She's trying to, and then the ego private person right now is Ty, and then the golden child masculine, I'm pretty sure is Hopper, or a cluster of men who have the same personality of Hopper. The golden child feminine is Holly. Now, if you've been listening, which I'm pretty sure you have been, because just looking at different things, you know that I call her three different persons: Jana, Miss Lewis, and Jan. Jan is ego. Ego controls everything, and then the superego is Miss Lewis. This is the people that everyone thinks they know, and then the id is Jana. Now, good or bad is dependent upon how you use it and what does it do. Narcissists in general use this structure to avoid shame, and they externalize themselves outwards onto these structures. In a healthy person, we kind of all kind of do this, but we don't really just purposely try to harm people. We might, yeah, that's John. Yeah, hey, John, deal with this, or But and then in business self, it's actually, and this goes even used in the military. That's the reason it was Colin Powell stated this. But so you have this structure. What is happening, and why it's so hard for people to see it, is because everyone just sees the superego, the public self, the scapegoat. Oh, gets hammered because what she does is she back and forth the scapegoat. Scapegoats pushes all of her emotions onto the scapegoat. And how does she do this? She says it's a way of saying, creates an emotion of that person's emotion, creates, right? So if the emotion is this, so say like this person blows up, gets angry after being poked for 1,000 times. Now this person becomes angry. Well, if that person's angry, that means the ego says, oh, then if they're angry, then I'm not angry. If they're a bad person, then then I'm not a bad person. So the ego tries to get the scapegoat to do all their crap. So they are implied a good person when the reality is they're really crappy. And the reason for all of this is this. This is the psychological structure of Jana. And so she has to constantly keep herself alive by finding different scapegoats. Because in the family dynamic structure, Jana was the scapegoat. The golden child was her brother. The golden child masculine was her brother. The golden child feminine was her sister. And this was done by her mom, so this is how she was taught. The scapegoat masculine was her father. And the invisible child also was her brother. So these two, you know, but in your case, all the people who are who can help her grow this ego are in who are men. Say, for instance, you with Green Life Productions, you're the invisible child, masculine. Because yeah, you're the one who runs everything, but then the super egos are Hopper and then Holly, and she's slowly draining all the energy from Holly. The reason I quit talking to her about music is I realized that months ago. She's going as soon as she gets thinks she's bigger than Holly or Hopper, she will then do what's called the discard. She'll just discard them. They're no longer useful to her. And it keeps people trying to get back to the emotion that they had. So it's basically a psychologically you're constantly chasing her. It's a little think of it. Best way I can think of it is a little child. Why don't you sit over there? Oh, I'm not going to do that. And then you can't catch me. You can't get me. Blah 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 blah. If you look at it and you think of it and you just watch her and you think of her as doing that all the time, she makes a lot of sense. Now, in this video, once this video is done, I'm going to also send you the last text I said and the last audio. If it makes me look like a weak man, so be it. Shrinks have not figured this out. I was mapping her mind. I have a very unique gift, as you've now noticed. So I thank you, but this is not done. I gotta go. I'm gonna be going, quote, not, I'm gonna be going dark for about 14 days, and I won't be back in California for about 2 to 3 weeks. What I mean by dark is usually I'll text Jana everything. Actually, I probably still will just text her in the morning. That way she thinks things are going normal. But once, because I have to put together what I have to do is send this to a couple psychologists, do some conversations, and then I'm going to create another whole structure system visually because the actual, if I was to write this out, it would take forever. But and I don't and the way and it just takes too much time. And one of the reasons I do this is because I'm one of my degree. I'm a marketer. I'm a business person. And I use constructions of archetypes to run my business and to look at business. Right now, when you're looking at it, because I noticed in the 4th of July, you cared about your merchants at Take Me to the Beach. You walked over to the guys that were doing the massage chair stuff, and was true concerned, like, are you guys making money? And that's the true way of really positively making a lot of money. You take care of your people, and your people take care of you. Narcissists do not take care of their people, they just drain them. They're all take, there's no give. Their cup does not overfull, they'll overfill. But the main thing is, I think, actually, I know Holly trusts you, she cares about you, you're a good friend, and I also know that after I called you several months ago, that was that 970 Vail number, that was me. I know that you're the big dog in this in her ideal of the circle, but you're also an invisible child masculine because you're useful because you are the one who does the events. If she thinks that she can dump you later on, she will. Do not do anything with her without a contract, and that contract has a set ending. If there's an ownership, you never let her control the company, and you put it as a secondary company away from you. So you would say Green Life Events, and then you're working with her, and you create another LLC. And yeah, it's because like I said, business is what I do. I used to be business consulting in the whole nine. Well, not so. I thank you. It's going to take me about a week to 2 weeks to create the final process to show a way of how this works because this affects so many people, and it's hell on the scapegoat, and it's hell on everybody else. And why me? Because meanwhile, mainly because she keeps everyone thinking this is her, and meanwhile she's doing just horrific things back here, and to these two, to her both her ego, but mostly to her id. All right, thank you very much. You make a decision. Oh, screw it. Thank you very much. I know you're an honorable man. Whatever decision you decide to make, I respect. But I really think I wouldn't be sending this to you if I didn't think that you would, um, if you didn't care. I know that you care about Holly, and I know you care about all those people that are surrounding you. That's why they call you Big Will. You're the Big Papa. I'm asking for you to help me help Holly protect her son. Thank you.